Okay, guys, we've got something actually really cool to talk about today. And I'm really excited when I got this knife because it's just freaking cool. Spoiler alert. I love this knife. And it's handmade custom, one off, which almost immediately means I'm going to like it. But this is from Cory Martin. And I actually met Cory at the California Custom Knife Show in 2022, I guess. 21. I don't know. The last one I went to. Or maybe the one before that. I don't know. Anyway, I got to meet him and talk with him. And it's a kind of a father-son team, if you will. Peter Martin was making knives before and pioneered like the lava finish in a blade. And we'll talk about that. And then Cory started making knives, who's the son. And they're based in Wisconsin, I believe it is. And they make crazy cool, awesome looking knives. Now, this is a little bit more fantasy art knife than some of the other ones that I actually saw at the show that I was very tempted to buy. There was one, I think it's the one I really wanted was already sold. And they can get up there in price. This type of materials and finishing is gonna cost you. But this Damascus is just beautiful. And it's blue, what do they call it? Hot blued. I don't know. It's freaking cool. And then the scales are all titanium. And this is all hand filed work that Cory does. I mean, I'm sure some of it's maybe cut out, but like all the detail work is just all hand filed, hand sanded, and whatnot. Now, the backspacer is the same type of Damascus that the blade is, with two copper liners on either side, which kind of help to, space it out for the bearings and just give it a little bit more thickness back here. Titanium pocket clip that works amazingly well. This is a knife that wears fantastic in the pocket. Now, a lot of people are probably saying, really, dude, are you going to carry something like that in your pocket and go out and use it and whatnot? I most certainly would. And the shadows and the lighting, is not the best. I carry and use this, the Frank Fisher Battle. Now, these are different. I'm not going to put them in the exact same category, other than they are in the same handmade, custom, one-off world. Both Damascus, a little bit different patterns, different composite of materials. This one has, brings the Damascus into the blade or into the scales and then uses Timascus. But they're both equally gorgeous. Not equally expensive, because I don't know what this one cost, but I can tell you it's not cheap. And similar action. The action on this one is a little bit smoother on the close. They both fire out, but yeah, I love this knife. It's got some different coloring in here, the way they anodized it. It's just awesome. So they do some other stuff, and I will put a link to Cory's Instagram down below, because I think that's kind of the best way to track him down. And we'll go through some of the specs just because it's kind of what I do. 4 3/4 closed, 8.5 overall, 3.75 inch blade. Behind the edge is actually 0.023, so it is thin behind the edge and it's super sharp. The blade thickness is 0.197, overall thickness of 0.615. So it has a great feel in the hand. The way the flipper tab is designed, you can kind of choke up and wrap around, which is very pleasant and comfortable. And it weighs in at 6.3 ounces. Now, this particular knife won the best fantasy art knife in 2022 at the Badger Knife Show in Janesville, Wisconsin. I don't know how big or small that show is, but this one did win the best art and fantasy knife of that show, which is cool. I absolutely love the coloring. One of the things that they do a lot, Cory and his dad, Pete, is they mix copper in their lava finish, I think is what they call it, or volcanic finish. I don't remember exactly. They infuse copper in the Damascus pattern, and it's just, I don't know, it's totally wild and unreal. And this one came out fantastic. This would probably not be the one I would buy off of their table because it's a little bit more on the art knife than I am used to. I can definitely appreciate it and I love it, but there are some other ones that I would absolutely love to have and carry and use because I do like the nicer things, like the Fisher Battle, like the VC Edge with its Damascus lock bar and Damascus blade. So I am into more of the fancier daily carry knives, as well as some just, normally bladed knives. But again, this is fancy-ish with the zirconium and the carbon fiber. So for me personally, I enjoy this type of knife when you're starting to get into that kind of an art knife realm, so to speak. I don't know. I love it. This came in from Cliff up in Alaska and his daughter Dagny, who lent in a couple of pink knives, which was super awesome. That awesome PM2 that her and her dad designed. So Cliff, thank you very much. This is fantastic. One of the best ones out of the entire box that you sent me in my book. So thanks a lot, guys. Please go check out Cory Martin on Instagram, link down below.